everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend and you're ready for a great week. Monday is Mondaying me today, so I hope yours is going much better. I am Terry True Crime, and welcome to Midday Missing, where we highlight current missing person cases that need more attention. And if you are new here, Midday Missing is part of TCWT Media. And the whole point of Midday Missing, we are dedicated to raising awareness for missing person cases every Monday and Wednesday at noon Central. However, for the next 6 to 8 weeks, potentially, on our channel, we have Llama is live streaming the Karen Reed trial. So Midday Missing will go live when they go on lunch break. So it'll be any time between noon and 1 Central. Just wanted everybody to know that. So don't come at us if we're a little early or a little late. The best thing to do is hit that notification button because it will notify you when we go live. Okay. So be sure to hit the like button because apparently there's this thing called algorithm math. And by you hitting the like button or chatting in the chat, somehow maths to do something good. I don't math. We all know that. So let's just go do it and know that it's going to work. Now, as always, our cases that we cover on Midday Missing are truly heartbreaking. And I can't say that we've covered one yet that didn't just rip my heart out. Well, guys, guess what? Today is no different. Okay. So, first up, Jeremiah George Hugger was just 4 years old when he vanished without a trace on a summer afternoon in 1985. Guys, he lived in the Bronx, New York with his grandmother, who she had legal custody of him. But despite grandmother having legal custody, Jeremiah remained close with his mother, who visited often and stayed deeply involved in his life. Okay, so it's not like she just pissed appeared on him. And yes, I said pissed appeared. It's my word. Now, on June 25th, 1985, it was just an ordinary day in the Twin Parks housing project, which is a sprawling set of apartment buildings that are tucked into the busy city. If I had to guess, guys, I want to go on a limb and say 700 square feet. Okay, but that could just be me mathing again. Now, Jeremiah was wearing a light blue shirt, dark blue shorts, and white sneakers. That afternoon, Jeremiah was playing in the sandlot behind his grandmother's building, and it was a familiar and seemingly safe place, and it was visible from the third-story window. Now, his mother had watched him from above, checking on him as he played with friends. A little later, she left the apartment briefly with a male relative to go shopping, trusting that Jeremiah would be safe among familiar faces. Now, around 4:30 p.m., while Jeremiah played in the sand, witnesses, other children from the building, later recalled seeing something chilling. A man approached Jeremiah. It was a black man who seemed to know him, called Jeremiah by his name. When Jeremiah responded and went towards the man, he picked the boy up, and then they were both gone. Guys, just like that, gone without any screaming, without fighting. Jeremiah was taken away, and he has never been seen again. Now, at first, when Jeremiah's grandmother noticed he was missing from the playground, she assumed he had gone off with his mother. It wasn't until his mother returned from the shopping trip without Jeremiah that panic set in. They searched everywhere that they could think of, calling out for him, looking under stairs, behind bushes, checking with neighbors. Guys, they were frantically doing everything, okay? When their frantic search turned up nothing, they contacted the police. Now, the investigation moved very quickly at first. Officers canvassed the Twin Parks complex and nearby areas, hoping someone had seen something. But the only eyewitnesses were children, and they were only able to give a general description of the man, a black male who knew Jeremiah's name. No solid leads emerged, guys. And despite their best efforts, authorities could not find a clear trail. I mean, there was no CCTV footage in 1985, okay? There was no forensic breakthroughs waiting just around the corner. There was just this heavy, unbearable silence that falls when a child disappears. Now, as always, rumors and theories begin to swirl. Okay. Some believe Jeremiah had been abducted and sold, which is unthinkable. But, guys, sadly, that is not unheard of. Okay. In that era and in today's time. Now, his mother had her own suspicions. She believed that an abusive former boyfriend who had once threatened to take Jeremiah away from her was responsible. But despite her suspicions, no arrests were ever made. No suspect has officially been named. And no trace of Jeremiah. I mean, not a shoe, not a toy. There's not been a single scrap of evidence ever found. In the decades that followed, Jeremiah's family carried unimaginable grief. Guys, I still don't know how these families do it. His disappearance shattered their lives. His mother, struggling with the pain, battled personal demons, but later she did find her way to healing and recovery, always clinging to the hope that her son might one day be found. And guys, I have to agree with Miss. Look at that adorable little face. Those cheeks, I just want to squeeze those little cheeks. So adorable. Now, today, nearly 40 years later, Jeremiah George's Huger's case remains open with the NYPD. Now, an age progression photo created by a forensic artist shows what he might look like today at 41 years old. I mean, a grown man who should have had a life filled with milestones, birthdays, memories. Instead, it's a life that's been stolen away. Authorities continue to urge the public, if you know anything about the disappearance of Jeremiah, no matter how small the details, please come forward. Even if it's a rumor you've heard, someone who's passed away and they told you something years ago, you don't understand. Every little piece of information is important. Okay. Now, you can contact the NYPD Missing Persons Squad, and their numbers on the screen. I forgot to write it down. I can't really see it. I think it's 800-577-TIPS. If that's wrong, read what's on screen, not what I just said. Now, Jeremiah's story is a reminder of how quickly a life can vanish and how vital it is that we keep speaking the names of the missing. Even after decades, someone knows what happened that day. Guys, I want you to think about those children who are out there playing. Think of how this has impacted their life. They have to live with the knowledge. They just sat and watched it happen. They were children, but can you imagine what that would be like? I I can't. So, guys, if you know of or you have a loved one missing and you are interested in having their story featured on an upcoming episode, or maybe join us for a live interview, contact Amy, our assistant producer, by emailing Amy at tcwtmedia.com, or you can send us a DM on our Facebook page, or reach out to me, Terry True Crime, on social media anywhere. Now, because we like to stay where we're at, we are going to just stay in New York. Okay. Our next case is the story of a young woman who disappeared from New York City under very unsettling circumstances, guys. Her name is Kassandra Briana Ramirez. I love that name. And her case remains open and it is surrounded by some very troubling questions. Um, Kassandra Ramirez was born on March 15th, 1993. She was 25 years old when she went missing, and she was standing between 5'2" and 5'3", and I'm going to say she wants to push it more to the 5'3", and she weighed between 100 and 130 pounds. Kassandra had brown hairs, brown eyes, and a strong, vibrant personality. Look at that side eye. I have to tell you, I like Kassandra's side eye. I'm here for it, Kassandra. Now, she had several distinctive tattoos, including the Pisces astrological sign on her hip, a tribal design on her arm, and the words Jaden Isaiah 11/16/2010 to 11/28/2010 in a tribute to her son. She also had numerous scars from past injuries, including a cesarean section scar and scar from 8 previous stab wounds. Okay, guys, you heard me. 8 previous stab wounds. This Kassandra, oh, now, and she had a unique birthmark on her abdomen that was shaped like Puerto Rico. Okay. Now, her ears, tongues, and navel were pierced, and she spoke both English and Spanish fluently. Now, her family and friends called her Cassie. Now, Kassandra lived in the Bronx, New York, and had recently secured a new job that she was excited to begin. She was working hard to rebuild her life for her son. And despite facing past hardships, including periods of homelessness, Kassandra had graduated from culinary school and was determined to have a better future. Guys, I want you to stop and think. She lost her son, 8 stab wound scars. She got past that and graduated culinary school. She's a fighter. Now, on the night of September 19th, 2018, Kassandra left her home on Melrose Avenue at around 11:40 p.m. Now, surveillance footage captured her descending the stairs, exiting onto Melrose Avenue, and walking towards East 16th Street. Now, she told her family she was going to meet her ex-boyfriend, John Kilo O'Brien. I really hope Kilo is just a nickname and not his middle name. I don't know why I feel that, but I just do. She took her iPhone with her, but she did not have her driver's license, credit cards, a passport, or a vehicle. And guys, after this, Kassandra has not been seen again. Now, her absence was immediately alarming to her family. She stayed in regular contact with her loved ones, and her disappearance was 100% completely out of character, especially with her son's birthday coming up just days later. Now, her family was adamant Kassandra would never willingly abandon her living child. I mean, investigators quickly discovered more troubling facts. Okay. Just 1 week before she vanished, Kassandra had bravely testified before grand jury about a rape she had endured. Her testimony had led to a suspect being indicted on 7 felony charges. Now, after Cassandra's disappearance, the case was dropped. Guys, sus, okay? Maybe I'm into the true crime world too much, but I know Lady in Gray is sitting there saying the same thing to the monitor right now. That is suspicious. Now, it remains unclear whether her testimony and her disappearance are connected, but the timing raised serious concerns. And Terry here with my brain, I'm extremely suspicious of that. Now, John O'Brien, the ex boyfriend Cassandra planned to meet that night, did become a person of interest. His accounts of that evening were inconsistent. Now, at one point, he claimed she never showed up. Later, he said he had met with her and dropped her off at Hunters Point train station in Queens, and no evidence has ever been found to support either versions of those events. Okay. Now, after giving these conflicting statements, O'Brien disappeared himself. Guys, as of now, we could not find any information on O'Brien. That just is more suspicious to me. Okay. Now, Kassandra Ramirez's case is classified as an endangered missing person under suspicious circumstances. Can I just say Captain Obvious, people? Can I just say that? I'm a little snarky today. The New York Police Department continues to investigate, but no arrests have been made. Now, I I'm gonna need to know more about the trial, who that suspect was, and it got dropped. I need to know if they investigated him. Did he have ties to something? I got questions. Now, her family has fought tirelessly to keep her name and story alive using the hashtag Find Cassandra Ramirez. They have organized search efforts, held vigils, and they demand that her case not be forgotten. Okay. Cassandra was a young woman trying to build a better life, fighting through hardships and trauma many people cannot imagine. And above all, she was a devoted mother who loved her son with her whole heart. Now, as of today, Cassandra remains missing. If you have any information, guys, I don't care if you think it is slim as a piece of string. You are urged to call NYPD Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. You can also help by sharing her story, posting her flyers, and using the hashtag Find Cassandra Ramirez on social media. Guys, she is not just a missing person. She is a mother, a daughter, a fighter, and she is someone who deserves answers. She did the right thing by testifying to the grand jury. Okay. That takes guts to do that. So we need to get the word out. She needs to be found. Okay. She needs to be found. So please share the flyers for Jeremiah and Cassandra that we have posted. Please share them. Okay. Now, I do have Terry's tips for today. I had to rewrite my tips for today. Okay. I have to I always try to be honest and transparent. And I won't go into detail with you guys, but I want to give you tips on how to get over a weekend of indulgences, okay? Because look, we've all been there. One glass of wine turns into three or a whole bottle. One slice of pizza turns into, well, we're not going to count, okay? But here's how to bounce back like a pro that I've been told no guilt required. First and foremost, hydrate like your life depends on it. Okay. Water is your new best friend. And if water feels boring to you, toss in a lemon slice, some cucumber, or liquid IV like me. I was double fisting the water a while ago with liquid IV. Okay. Pretend you're at the spa and put that cucumber in there because your body and your future self's gonna thank you because if you overindulge on food, drink all that carbs, if you, ate too much pizza, that water is gonna help flush it out. It also, if you drank too much, is gonna help hydrate. It's also really good for your skin, okay? Now, you also need to move your body, even if it's just a little wiggle. I mean, just do a little wiggle, okay? You don't need to run a marathon. In fact, don't run a marathon unless you are feeling inspired, in which I'm gonna say I'm not sure we can be friends because anyone who would want to go run a marathon, whether you've indulged or not, is not me, okay? Also, don't punish yourself, okay? Nourish yourself. Skip the I'm only going to eat celery sticks today, okay? Give your body good stuff, okay? Colorful veggies, hearty proteins, and foods that make you feel energized, not deprived. Do not punish yourself for having a good weekend. Hey, Kelly P, welcome to the show. Not crazy today. So I'm crazy, but the show is not. But guys, nourish yourself. Don't punish yourself. Now, guys, sleep it off. I mean, seriously, sleep is like hitting the reset button. Aim for a solid 7 to 9 hours, even if it means saying goodnight to Netflix a little earlier, or it means putting your phone down and not watching our restreams. Okay, your future will wake you will feel much better. Tonight, I am shooting for 9 to 10 hours because 2 nights in a row of 2 hours, I'd be looking like this, okay? Now, forgive and forget, okay? Forgive yourself. Your weekend was fun. You lived a little, or in my case, I lived a lot. I wanted to be 21 again, and there is no shame in that game, guys. So today, Monday, is not for punishing yourself. Okay. It's just for gently steering the ship back on course because we are honestly all human and we are doing just fine. Excuse me. And if you want to know more about the craziness last night and why I look like this, feel free to go over and watch the replay of the Zizians. But if you do, please know I apologize to you guys for saying things out loud that I said out loud. Okay. I apologize. And it's now out there in the universe. I can't take it back. Just know I will leave my bean out of all conversations in the future. Okay. So, I do want to thank you all for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday for our next episode. And remember, the time's going to be a little iffy. We're going to put 12:15, but just know, depending on when Bev, over the judge for Karen Reed, whenever she calls lunch, is when we're going to pop on here. If you're not joining Llama and her group, streaming this trial, you need to. You need to go and join Llama over on the couch. You can even wear your pajamas, okay? Or you can wear your birthday suit. It's okay. You're not on camera, but you need to see the Karen Reed stuff because I have a lot of feels on it. I am going to honor y'all and not jump on all the time because I have so many feels, okay? So you want to do that. Now, don't forget, you can join our Facebook group for Midday Missing. That's where we post all missing person posters, as well as share other missing person cases that we verify because people, there are spams out there. Okay. Now, if you want to hear more about my insanity that gets posted, you're going to want to go to Terry True Crime Social for that. I still will not be posting about my being there either. Okay. Double H would probably be calling a divorce attorney. So that will not be happening. Okay. But don't forget, True Crime and Wine Time will be on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. This week, guys, we are covering the case of wine, wealth, and murder, the Robert Dahl horror. Guys, let me tell you, this guy, oh, I have so many things for this guy to say that there will be profanity. So, Thursday night, you want to join us, okay? Now, definitely, like I just said, go join us over on the Couch Court with Llama. She is streaming live on TCWT, excuse me, True Crime and Wine Times channel every day. There's a few opinionated co-hosts that pop in. Guys, they are breaking it down and they have snacks and they are causing my scale to increase instead of go down. And if I didn't love llamas so much, I would make her pay the price. Okay. And just so you know, if any of you are local in the Austin area, JT and I are live in person this Saturday at Hamilton Pool Vineyards. Guess what, guys? Confirmed with the venue, this will be rain or shine. So there's a 15% chance of rain. It doesn't matter, guys. We are going to be there rain or shine. So our channel members, you will get to see that live stream. Um, but yeah, me and JT together, it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. So, guys, please, I do not want to have to cover. I just almost cried, guys. I don't want to have to cover one of you on Midday Missing. So, for me, I need you to stay safe, stay aware of what's going on. And most importantly, let's help these families bring their loved ones home. Let's do our part and let's get the word out. Bye, guys. Don't forget, go jump back over the Karen Reed trial. Will be coming back after lunch. So you definitely want to make sure you see that. And I will see you again on Wednesday, guys. Bye.